In the spring of 2016, I was gripped by the words of Isaiah 61. It is a prophecy about how Jesus would come to bring good news to the spiritually poor, to bind up the brokenhearted, and to set the captive free. And as I kept reading, I was struck by the words that describe God's people, that they will be planted as oaks of righteousness, that He may be glorified, and that broken cities may be restored. With that passage in mind, we planted our lives in the city of Cincinnati. And what God has done since the summer of 2016 could only be attributed to His grace. From our little living room on Ward Street, to 20th Century Theater, to John P. Parker Elementary, to Christ the King Church, and now the Madisonville Rec Center, God has been faithful to bring restoration in us and through us. Lives have been eternally changed, former strangers have become a church family, and the fingerprints of God have been forever impressed upon the city we call home. Again and again, the story of the Oaks is steps of faith met with the kindness, faithfulness, and power of God. I believe that the last 6 years of what God has done in and through our church is just the beginning. And now is one of those moments that I believe that God is calling us to take a step of faith, believing that God's past faithfulness to us is the greatest indicator of His future faithfulness. God has provided our church family with a home where we will gather for worship, introduce our friends and family to Jesus, serve our city, train the next generation of disciples, and equip missionaries to reach the world. So Oaks Church, let's link arms and move forward to plant roots in this city. Let's pray boldly, live missionally, and sacrifice financially so that more people would experience restoration through the gospel in the city of Cincinnati and the world.
Hi, my name is Grace Annapol. I've been going to the Oaks for about 4.5 years now. I found the Oaks through some friends that invited me, and after visiting a few times, I just really felt God was calling me to make it my church home, and just seeing how inviting everyone was, and the fact that Jimmy and TL remembered my name when I'd been going to church for 2 years and the pastor never talked to me before. I just really felt God calling me to the Oaks. And ever since then, it's just been really a big blessing in my life to be going to the Oaks and call it my church home. It feels like the first church that I've been able to make my personal home, even after growing up in church and going with my family. But the community has just really helped me to grow in my faith and to encourage me and challenge me, and I'm just really thankful for the Oaks.
Hi, I'm Jack Blair, and I've been going to the Oaks for 6 years.
I'm Jasmine Blair. I've been going to the Oaks for 5 years.
The Oaks is my home because when I was a freshman in college, the Oaks was the first place that I saw like real adults who actually cared about being on mission and wanted to tell the gospel to their like friends and coworkers, and that was just super exciting for me to get to be a part of.
The Oaks is my home because the first time I went, when I walked in, everybody was very excited to meet me, and then when I came the next week, everybody remembered my name, and I feel like the Oaks just has like this really great community feel to it.
I'm Kara Barfell.
I'm Andrew Barfell, and we've been coming to the Oaks for the last probably 5.5 years now. We actually used to live right around the corner from where the Oaks used to meet at John P. Parker, and one day we got a little candle light on our doorstep with an invitation to join this new church called the Oaks. And we also happened to know some of the people that were part of that original church plant, and the Lord just laid on our heart that we really wanted to be a part of that movement of that new church plant and just seeing restoration brought to Cincinnati through the gospel. That kind of mission just really resonated with us, and so we tried it, and we felt an immediate connection right away.
The Oaks has impacted my faith because I feel like they never let you sit in complacency. In their sermons, they're always pushing you to be maturing in your faith and to be making disciples, which has really helped me in my walk with God.
So the Oaks has impacted our faith in multiple ways. One, I think it's given really good godly leadership for us as individuals and as a couple. Their sermons are really powerful every week and biblically sound. And then also just the community has really challenged me to grow in my faith, challenged me to be accountable, to grow on an individual basis, but also in meeting with all the different women in the Oaks. I feel like for me, the women in the Oaks are such a strong group of believers that really challenge each other and also that really take care of each other. So I've just been very loved by the people at the Oaks, and I think that's really encouraged my faith.
The Oaks has helped me grow my faith. Mostly, I think the discipleship relationships that I've made in the Oaks, especially when I was first coming and it was really small. I feel like I would just like text or call TL or Jimmy like once a month at least with like a big question, and we would sit down and talk about life, and I just feel like I learned so much, and they also modeled Christ so well to me, and still do.
The community of the Oaks helped me to grow in my faith and challenge and encourage me. And just being involved in MCs and being on staff, I just really appreciate and am grateful for the community that I found in the Oaks.
Having a church home, a church building is a really good feeling. I think it's been quite a few years coming for the Oaks, and I think that makes it all the sweeter because I feel like the leadership has been patient and has been prayerful and waiting for the right building, and so just really excited to start there and be a part of that start for the Oaks at a new building. So yeah, very excited.
I've been on the Setters and Breakers or tech team for 6 years, so that excites me. Not having to move stages every day. But I guess not a selfish reason. Let me think.
I'm excited about the Roots Initiative and the Oaks having a building because then we'll have a permanent space in the community and being able to bless the people in the area, and also having a space for members to come together and just be able to do work together and have a space to be together throughout the week.
I think I see the Roots Initiative and the Oaks Church building as a sense of commitment. I think just the name, the Roots Initiative, of having a permanent home to go from being tenants in the city to just having a place that we can build into, that we can grow our ministry through, that we can bring unreached friends and family members to, is something that is really exciting, just to see the Lord's goodness to this body of people through the years, from, again, like I said, John P. Parker years ago, to homelessness through COVID and meeting out of people's living rooms and afternoon services at Christ the King, to where we are now at Madisonville Rec Center. It's just neat to see the next chapter that God's writing in the story of this group of people through His provision of a building.